Thank you.
Right, good evening ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start with the speeches now, so I'd like to invite Paul, the father of the group. Right. Up to the stage, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, may I thank you all for coming along today and your attendance. A lot of you have travelled many miles to make this occasion memorable. I'm going to cut this speech very, very short because the more important speech is yet to come. I'd like to start with special thanks to especially those people at the top table who've made this occasion and extended members of the family who've helped out, Doreen who made the cake. Thank you. What can I say? Today is a significant date, as I mentioned with Beverley earlier. It's the 1st of September, which makes my wife's car 4 years old today. The other significant thing is now squatting is an illegal offence. So when you get back tonight or tomorrow, if you've got in your house you don't want, you can actually get rid of them now, as opposed to camping out in the garden until they leave. And there's other. Oh yes, of course, another significant point, Beverley's wedding. I'd like to welcome the family of He's going to explain that later, I'll fill you in later. But I'd like to welcome Dave's family to join ours. And I believe we should share everything in our families. You don't own a villa in Spain. No, that's a shame. I'll share some of my bets. Off? Sorry, I missed that. It's the first time I've been called upon to give Beverley away. I once tried to sell her in Tunisia. But they said I would have to pay the camels to get rid of her. So unfortunately, I've got no option but to give her away. Fortunately, I think I've given her away to the right chap. Yeah. I won't go on any further. If I haven't thanked anybody here I should have thanked, I'm sorry, but again, I thank you all for coming. Makes the occasion great for the couple, and I now propose to toast to Beverley and Dave.
Beverley and Dave.
Thank you very much.
I'll try and get this brief.
Did that step one.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. Do his guests, family and friends, young and old, boys and girls. Thanks a lot. Today, you're here to witness a monumental event in history, a pinnacle in achievements for humankind, a moment you can all look back on in years to come and say, I was there. That moment is that Bev is actually allowing me to speak on behalf of both of us for the first time.
Bev, put that
So I intend to make the most of this, but I do hope to make both Bev and myself proud. Firstly, we should thank each and every one of you for coming here to enjoy and to be part of such a special day, each of us. Some of you come from the Father's Reaches, some of you quite local, and you two, I'm sure I saw you being dragged into the pub just to fill spaces. I'm kidding, Miles, it's all fine. Seriously, thank you very much, everyone. You have made the day beyond all expectations that we could have asked for. Now, unfortunately, it hasn't been possible to have everyone here that we could have hoped to have had. Yeah, obviously, in heart and mind, they're never going to leave us. So, with that in mind, could I please just ask you, just briefly, to raise your glasses to have some friends. Thank you. Firstly, I'd like to thank my new father-in-law, Paul, for his kind words and well wishes. And also his tales of Beverley at a young age, especially being sold or trying to sell to a camel, that's going to guarantee plenty of years of psychotherapy to come. So thank you. He has got a very strong fixation with only fools and horses. Derek Chopper is absolute idol, so practically since day one, since he found out I was Dave, well my name's Dave, obviously, if you didn't know, hello. He's since granted me the moniker of Robin. Name that's stuck, I absolutely love it. So that has always made me very happy, although I do have to say that the mention of no money back, no guarantee that you said regarding Beverley ceremony, I wasn't too sure what to make of that, but you know, we'll make an exception on this one. So thank you very much, Paul. And also, it's Kath, my new mother-in-law, who I'm referred to as the son outlaw. Don't quite know what you mean by that. However, she's always looked after me, she's taken me under her wing, she's always made sure I'm well looked after, and she's taken me since I think there were a few issues regarding me on day one. She didn't quite know what to make of me, but something's got to be going right, otherwise we won't get here today. So I wish to thank both of you for your kindness and generosity over the last 5 years. Incidentally, yes, today is our 5th anniversary being together, me and Ben. Thank Nick and Jill, my mum and dad, for their countless, endless years of support, generosity, and money hasn't gone amiss either, I can guarantee that. This has proved absolutely valuable. I'm eternally grateful to both of you for being just the most amazing parents I could ask for. I can only hope I've done both of you proud over these last few years. Thank you. Now, it's customary. It's one of those unwritten rules of weddings that your groomsmen or your ushers can't overshadow the groom in terms of things like charm, personal looks, personal hygiene. I think you can agree today, ladies and gentlemen, they stuck by that to the lesson. Although I do have to say that the air of nightclub bouncer that they brought along to the ceremony was absolutely fantastic. I have to say, I love the way that you frisked the men as they were brought into the room and going through the ladies' handbags, doing that with a great air of discreet subtlety. Although, one part that did kind of stick out was telling those who were there, you'll bloody well sit where we tell you. I don't think that was really in the spirit of the day. No, we can let that pass, but I wish to offer my eternal gratitude to both John and Adam. Now, Joe, who's been my best friend and my best man of 16? Yeah, my best friend 16 years, I think it is. He stuck by me through both thick and thin, rain or shine. I don't think it would have been quite the same not having him at my right-hand side throughout the entire day. He has worked tirelessly, effortlessly in the background to ensure that everything has run so smoothly and that everything has just come up smelling of roses. And also, I've got to say, last night, the bottle of Jaeger and the pizza didn't go amiss. Thanks very much for that. From my heart, you are the closest thing I've ever had to a brother. You're an inspiration. You're my absolute rock. And I think Bev's appreciated that this is a three-way marriage now anyway. So. However, I should make everyone aware of the strange condition that he does suffer from, whereby, you know, halfway through his speech you'll go off onto flights of fancy or just go off into strange tales above and beyond. Now, it is quite apt that I should point that out to you just before he comes to give his speech. Now, anyway, regardless of that, when he comes to giving his speech, please cheer him on, because I'm sure that we're going to get tales of dragons, pirates, jet-powered monkey butlers, all sorts, riding off into the sunset. Now, besides my wife, there are 3 more absolutely beautiful women here today who I wish to thank. That's Beth's sister Georgina, my glasses. My sister Sarah, and one of our good friends Claire. We wish to thank them all for their assistance, so if I could please just ask for a brief toast to the bridesmaids. Thank you very much. And Jack, where are you? Jack, I'm page boy. You're probably the only person I'm allowing to be any more damn handsome than me. And you can't take him home. Honestly, you can't take him home.
He's out of great.
You've done such a great job today. Thank you very much from both of us. Okay? Sherry, who I think... Yeah, Sherry, yes, you. You feeling nervous? You're not, I'm here giving the limit speech.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, Sherry, who I think you'll all agree has made possibly one of the most finest jackets that I've ever owned in my life. This was all custom made by her just a few weeks ago. She didn't actually meet up with me. We just gave her measurements and she was just working from that. So it was very close to the mill as to whether it would actually fit, but I'd say it's absolutely fantastic. Although I probably do resemble a bit like Mr. Darcy with the head transplant, so there's probably a lot about that, but however, it's absolutely fantastic. So thank you, Sherry. There are numerous other people who I wish we had the time to thank, but obviously these aren't the Oscars. Yeah, Danny, I'm sure I saw you yawning just a minute ago. Don't worry, it won't be long, we're nearly there. Okay? Just keep your attention there for just a second. I'm going to regret that when I come back to work. Where am I? Now, as I said, we just haven't got the time to thank absolutely everyone who's made this day come together, their assistance in the background, putting things together, cakes, etc. But honestly, we want to thank both of you. Your work hasn't gone unnoticed. We absolutely appreciate every second, every bit of effort you've put into it. So I'll just ask for a quick round of applause for them. Now, lastly, but no less importantly, well, okay, in fairness, she is the most important person here today. Apart from your mum's hat, of course, yeah. I want to thank my beautiful wife Beverley for accepting my hand in marriage and for making me the happiest man alive. On this, as I said, our 5th anniversary, everyone. She's just as beautiful as the day as I met her. Nice here, okay? Honestly, you've only been married a few hours and we're already getting through. But anyway, that old saying that you don't marry the person you live with, you marry the person you can't live without, I don't think anything else could have actually been any more poignant than that. She brightens up every day for me, she shares my quirky sense of humour, normally with a roll of eyes and just going, yes dear. Having lived with her for a few years now, I've learned a few fundamental facts of life. If I'm right, she's more right than me. If I'm wrong, heck help me. In seriousness, there's nobody else I would want to marry and call my wife than her. I think we agree she's an absolutely amazing woman, absolutely beautiful. She'll bring me many years of happiness and possibly the odd grey hair here and there. I don't know if you can see it, there are a few already coming up. However, ladies and gentlemen, and all present, please stand and raise your glasses to my wife there. Okay, and be seated. Thank you. Now, I'm not going to stand here after the point of like the style of introverted jokes. That's the best man's job to do. So, without further ado, I'd like to hand over to my good friend Joe. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to open this speech by thanking you all for coming here today to celebrate the marriage of Dave and Bev. Before I undertake the customary duty of giving Dave an uncomfortable few minutes, I still have a few more thank yous. Firstly, on behalf of the bridesmaids, you all look wonderful, and excellent job in coaxing Bev here today, which I'm sure it wasn't without its struggles. I would also like to thank John and Ads, who did a great job of being groomsmen. Whilst Dave had his reservations, I always knew you two would manage the difficult task of staying sober and telling people where to sit.
Not quite.
I would also like to thank, on behalf of Dave and Bev, to Julie for hosting us at the wonderful Masonic Lodge today. Thank you very much, Julie. My final thank you is to the parents of our newlyweds, who have done an excellent job of hosting the wedding. Would you please give them a round of applause? I would also like to say, and I think you would agree, that Bev looks absolutely incredible today. And Dave, well, he's kind of done the best with what he has, so it's always difficult for him to stand out alongside Bev. Or in that case, you know, me, for example. Now, with the thank yous out of the way, I should like to do my best to give Dave the most uncomfortable 5 minutes of his entire life. Bev's will probably be coming later, courtesy of David's health. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Dave's best man, Joe. I'm 6'6", I have blue eyes, and for those I meet at the bar later on, my drink of choice is cider. I've known Dave and his beard for 16 years, and during this time, we've been through everything together. Punk, new metal, thrash, industrial, doom, death metal. The list is pretty much endless, as is Dave's CD collection, I'm pretty sure. Growing up with Dave, as we went through secondary school and then college together, our friendship went from strength to strength, as we had similar tastes in books, films, TV, music, film, everything. I became a regular guest for dinner at his house, not being able to resist the chance to eat some of Nick's famous chicken and leek pie. Even that time I almost choked on it. It was that delicious. Through my family, I was introduced into the world of medieval reenactments, and after attending a few events with the Medieval Siege Society, thought that Dave would most likely get a kick out of it too, and I invited him along. It was there that Dave met Bev, who struck up an instant rapport with each other. And as we frequented the same campfires together, and the rest, as they say, is living history. When I first met Bev, I was immediately struck by how charming, beautiful, witty, kind, and clever this girl is. Sadly, this went completely out of the window when she agreed to have Dave as her husband. Having been told the official news that I was Dave's best man, I went ahead and purchased the book. In fact, I actually got about 3. After panic buying the Waterstones, the one I decided would be my Bible for the big day was called The Duties of a Best Man. Unfortunately, I got through just a few pages and wasn't too sure if it was the best choice after reading the following, and I quote, "At the reception, the best man should keep things running smoothly by offering a round of drinks and introducing people." So according to this, I should actually be buying you all a drink. You can see why I gave up on that one. Regrettably, I didn't actually pick it up again until last night, and even then, I only started flicking through a couple more pages. But it has a list of do's and don'ts for the speech, which rather narrow down my options. First up, don't mention ex-girlfriend. Don't swear. Don't tell rude jokes. No. Don't tell lies. No. 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 Do tell mostly positive stories about the groom. No. 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 So, where do I start with Dave? Well, for starters, he's handsome, witty, intelligent, sorry, Dave, I'm having trouble reading your handwriting, mate. One thing I will say about Dave, though, is that he's the kind of guy who makes life quite eventful. From falling asleep in ditches to buying out a supermarket's entire supply of Oreo cookies. It's never a dull moment without him, well, with him. I can only imagine what sort of adventures he will make Bev go through, but I would advise her to always be up to date on her shots, carry a spare phone battery, a signal flare, guitar strings, 2 paper clips, a jade monkey, and as much foreign currency as she can actually carry. Talking about advice, it's customary for the best man to give some words of wisdom to the newlyweds on marriage, and this is what I could actually find at the time. Never go to bed on an argument. Always stay up and argue. Always remember, Dave, those 3 important little words. You're right, dear.
I've had 5 years of that, so...
The best way to remember your anniversary is to forget it just once.
That's got what I'm doing.
It's also important to get on with your mother-in-law. One of my friends hasn't spoken for these for years, not because he doesn't like her, but just because he doesn't want to interrupt. I would like to now read some messages for those who couldn't make it to this auspicious occasion. First up, to Dave and Bev, wishing you a wonderful day of lifetime of happiness. With love from Dave, Barb, Sam and Madeline Whitbread. Beverly and David, many congratulations and best wishes from Joe. I'd actually like to finish up by saying what a tremendous honour it's been to be Dave's best man today. I've never felt prouder of this man than I do right now. So ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to invite you to be upstanding one more time and raise your glasses in a toast to Dave and Bev as we wish them well for the future and may they enjoy a long and happy marriage. I give you new Mr. and Mrs. Winter. Thank you very much. The happy couple will inform me that they will be cutting the cake in roughly 5 minutes' time. So for those of you, sorry, 2 minutes' time. So for those of you who wish to go out for a smoke or maybe freshen up your drink, please feel free. Thank you very much, everyone.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, Bev's going to be throwing a bouquet outside. So if all the ladies want to go outside with Bev.
John took out said he's going to jump in front of him and bat it away from Jodie.
Evie's going to catch it.
We were driving past. I'm going to do it here. Which way do I throw it? This way. That way. I just expected John and Joe to sort of come forward and go, no! That way. They're still inside. Right, God, who can't pay me the most? What's this happening? Right, are you ready? Come on. I don't know, can you tell me what
It's free.
Well, for now. Until, I don't know, until they run out of money. Alright. I don't want to get caught on that.
Oh, come on. Looks like there's no one here. Is that Chinese buffet? Married man, eh?
I like that Dab's got the bow.
That's lovely.
Apparently it's a young nephew or something like that. I'll grab a beer and I'll go and follow.
I've come to harass you again.
I'll see you in a minute.
I'm harass me anytime. I'm sure the last time I saw you was the gig, which was like 8 years ago. Yeah.
Just like KFC, isn't it?
Yeah, only there might be some real chicken.